The eighth race of 2023 right side of your screen is a 1.5 mile drive over. It is the eighth track season, and one of the hardest turns in all of Custom Cup is the sharp turn 3. The entrance to turn 3 racing gets to get us way sharper. The first 8 races, entrance to turn number 1, and get their second win of the year, or if another new winner will step up, making a very interesting race. Addison Stone finally out. We finally saw Addison Stone get crashes today because we started him and the racing gets. We put 4 races before our first caution. Every single race have had at least 1 here. Now let's go trackside for drivers to watch for and fire up the engine. Bad luck. Addison Stone starts second today with 6. Now let's go trackside. For finish the top 5 of the races and drivers to watch for in this list of drivers to watch out for today. We'll see if he can do it again today here at Kentucky. Number 88 is Adam Hemmer. He's quietly been one of the top drivers. First driver to not win a race yet this year, except maybe Kelsey Hemmer, as we wait and see if he can get that first win today here at Kentucky. Now let's go trackside for the command to fire the engine.
Your engines.
The command has been fired, and another headline. He crashed in the second practice driving a backup car. Is the 4 of Ethan Hansen. So the bad luck for this 4 team will continue into the start of this race. As the lead them back Ethan Hansen, who is right on the playoff level, 9 points to the good. These are confident race. Still pushing through to record it. No wins yet for Ethan Hansen. Has to come from the back. We'll see if he can do it today. Coming into the trial, the green flag is going to be in the air at Kentucky. Here we go. Green flag in the air. The 11 immediately pulls to the outside. Going to try to make it 3 wide into turns 1 and 2. In the first corner of the race, now falls back in line behind the 19. The 88 with a huge run into turns 1 and 2. They're almost 4 wide into turns 1. Look at this. 3 wide in some spots. Coming down the back straightaway now. Really good, interesting restarts here at Kentucky because of how wide it is as they work their way into turn 3, one of the hardest corners on the Custom Cup for the first time. Off of turn number 4 to complete the first lap. Up front is Adam Hemmer, as some cars will use that apron in the trial, as you saw there, into turn number 1 for the second time. Here they come off of the corner down the back straightaway. It's Hemmer, Stone, and then Kelsey Hemmer in the 11. Into turn number 3, once again, the top 3 cars starting to break away from everyone else a little bit. Off of turn number 4, once again, into the trial. Adam Hemmer will lead the second lap. Here they go into the trial. Sorry about the sound. I can't play many sounds. So it does get kind of quiet. There goes Addison Stone to the inside. Can he get there to turn 3? Yes, he can. Side by side for the lead at Kentucky. And the 19 is going to complete the pass. New leader. Last week's winner, Addison Stone, as now the 88 is under fire from the 11. And in the turn 1 and 2, the 11 is going to pull in front of the 88 here. Off of turn number 2. Now the 20 of J.C. Giovanni, who just ran the fastest lap of the race, wants to join the party. He has a win, but it was a while back at North Carolina Speedway. Then, of course, Grayson Getz. He's been the top driver all year, running in 5th. Quick update on Ethan Hansen, who started in last. He has already worked his way up to 25th. So he is working his way through the field at a pretty good pace right now in that 4 car. The field comes down the back straightaway into turns 3 and 4. Addison Stone with the lead. There goes the 20 up the inside. As we have a new fastest lap, Grayson Getz. He set a flyer, only driver this race so far to run a lap in the 28-second mark. Grayson Getz looking for his 4th win of the year already. As we have a battle up front, the 11 thought about sticking his nose under Addison Stone as he ran the 2nd fastest lap of the race last time by. The 20 is going to clear the 88 for 3rd. And Adam Hemmer is going to get challenged for 5th now by the 18 of Grayson Getz, is going to get that spot. And now Getz looking like he might dive bomb the 20 into the trial to make it a double move. Is he going to get it, though, into turns 1 and 2? He's going to stick his nose down, not going to have it into the corner. The 4 car, Ethan Hansen, already up to 22nd. He is coming through the field at an alarmingly fast pace for the rest of the guys in the mid-pack here. Well, he wasn't very... My bad. Cool. He was very quick in the first practice. I think he was 3rd quick. So he has a solid car, a solid team, and this backup car looks just as good. So he's going to sneak up into 21st now, beating out the 43 at the line, I believe. No. Trying to crack the top 20 for the first time. If he clears the 43, he secures himself in the top 20. Already passed 11 cars in the first 8 laps. Back in the treacherous turn 3, we have a solid battle for the 6th position. Ben Hemmer and Gavin Alabrandi across the stripe. Hemmer is going to get the spot at the line. Can't clear him just yet. Will be able to clear him into turns 1 and 2, it looks like, though. And he is going to clear the 42. The 42 will slide down in front of the 16. There goes Kelsey Hemmer. Up the inside of Addison Stone into turns 3 and 4. Trying to win her first race of the year. They're going to be side by side off of turns 3 and 4 into the trial with the 11. Will have the run. But the 19 is going to get a little bit of a slingshot into turns 1 and 2. They're still going to be side by side in this corner. Grayson Getz is up to 3rd. He is still flying through the field trying to get his 4th win of the year. Last week was his first race in 4 races that he did not win. Are we going to go 3 wide for the lead at Kentucky? We almost did there. Grayson Getz showing the aggression. And that is why he's been able to win races. He's easily been the most aggressive driver. When will he make the move? We might have 3 wide for the lead as the 19 is now going to get cleared by the 11 because of the big push into the corner. The 18 tries to drive under the 19, but he has a really slow entry into turn 1 and loses the 19, and the 19 of Addison Stone is still on the bumper of the 11, so this has not completely lost the spot yet. As the top 5 cars are having a solid battle here, and it is a massive gap back to the 6th placer. I'll give you a full flyby right here. You can see the gap after the 88 there. As now, look at this. The top 2 starting to pull away. Getz starting to lose it a little bit. Starting to lose the top 2 cars. Through the trial, well, here they go. Adam Hemmer starting to lose it. It might be a 4-car breakaway now as Adam Hemmer starts to lose this front 4 a little bit. Ben Hemmer starts to break away with the 6th spot, starting to pull away from the pack. That pretty much takes up the rest of the top 20. And now Ethan Hansen secures the pass. And is in 16th now, trying to get into the top 15. Not even, only about a third of the way through the race. Ethan Hansen is going to be cracked in the top 15 any second here now. Quote, 29.840. The guys up front are running 29.4s, but that's because they're in clean air. That 4 car is one of the fastest cars, though, when he's in clean air, it looks like, and in general. The top 4 starts to space out a little bit more. Adam Hemmer continues to lose that lead pack. And then, of course, you have Ben Hemmer doing his own thing in 5th. The field's starting to space out a little bit more here at Kentucky Speedway. Cold. Ethan Hansen's in the 15th. But he's going to get by the 31 of Daisy Stone here for 14. Up into 14th goes the 4. Absolutely flying through the field right now. The 24 of Terry Hansen, he started back in 20th. Side by side with Gavin Alabrandi for the 8th spot. And he is going to get that spot. And next up is Dave Hansen for 7th, as Adam Hemmer has now lost the pack. Any hope of him catching up is if he gets a sudden burst of speed, or of course a caution. These top 4 guys were really going at it at the beginning of the race. They've started to settle down a little bit. They are separated by about 0.7 of a second as they work their way through turns 3 and 4. Not a lot of action as far as wrecking yet, but we've seen some good racing so far as the field works their way into turn 1 once again. Ethan Hansen, he's showing some aggression now. He's usually been the more relaxed driver, but he knows when it's the right time to make a certain pass. Now, okay, my dog's barking. Bring it up. I'm off. Dog goes berserk. Just in his moments. Alright, Ethan Hansen up into the 12th position. But he is side by side for 11th with the 3 of Jake Hemmer. The 4 car is flying through the field right now. Running very similar lap times to the lead cars now, as Kelsey Hemmer has lost the pack and is pulling away with a very good lead now. That is a very comfortable lead on a track like this. And Ben Hemmer is not catching the 20, but Terry Hansen is catching the 5. As Ethan Hansen's next mission is cracking the top 10. He is on a mission. Halfway through the race, he's passed 20 out of the 31 cars. Enter the trial for the 4 car. It is a huge gap. It's 7 seconds back from 10th place there, and the last place car is 12 seconds back. Ethan Hansen, one of the most disappointing drivers this year, way worse than expected so far. Hasn't won a race yet, and is barely in the playoffs. And of course, some guys are doing as expected, like Addison Stone and Grayson Getz, as he has caught Addison Stone trying to get the 2nd spot. And when he gets clean air, he's going to fly away. And once he gets by the 19, it won't be long before we have a new leader. Trying to avoid the lag here. Don't know what's causing it. For a little bit. Yep. Alright, we're good. Ooh, that spiked a little bit there. There he goes to the inside, trying to get 2nd past the 19. But the 19 has been really good at holding his position. The 11's been the only car able to get by him so far. And that is showing there. Look at the run from the 19 to the trial. Getz just can't seem to run the inside line as good as some of these other guys on the straightaways. The outside line is the preferred line on the straightaways. So if you're going to pass in a corner, you have 1 corner to do it. But the 19 has been the hardest car to pass on the track today, as the 4 has rapidly caught up. to the 48 for that 10th spot there. And the 24 next target is the 88, who he is catching by about 0.2 a second. And he is about 1.7 seconds behind the 88 and is running 0.2 of a second faster than him, and 32.110, one of the fastest cars on the track. Gats might try to make it work on the outside here. Not going to be there. Next week we go to Watkins Glen, our first road course race of the year. Through turns 3 and 4, the 88 and the 19 and the 20 battling it out for second. As the battle for 10th is going to heat up here, coming down the back straightaway. Turns 3 and 4, the best spot to pass on the racetrack. Let's see if he'll try to make his move here. He might be able to drive around the outside of him into the corner. He's not going to run as deep, though. He's going to let him have the inside. Almost a wreck there in that little battle for 12th. As we work our way through the tri-oval once again. Down the back straightaway. When will he make his move? There he goes to the inside. In the turns 3 and 4, is going to stick it on the bottom. Trying to crack the top 10 after starting in last place. He's going to stay under the 48 on the straightaway, but this is where the guys on the inside have really lost it. Not the 4, though. Going to hold on to the bottom. But the 48 hangs tough coming down the back straightaway. The 33 is going to try to make a move for 8th. Is going to get there. The 4 is going to clear the 48. Now the battle is for 8th. The top 7 cars are all spaced out, though. The 33 does not have it at the line. Through turns 3 and 4. Down the back straightaway. Up front, the 20 has closed in on him again. They have closed in on the 11, coming to 10 laps to go this time by. Into the corner, let's show you how big the gap is. They're into turn 1. They're into turn 1 before the 88 is going to try well, and the 24 has caught him. And the 4 car is under pressure from the 48 again, so I think he's reached his peak. Is 10th, and that seems like what he has is a 10th place car. But there he goes to the inside. He doesn't want 10th, he wants 9th, trying to get by the 33. Can he stick it under him and hold on to it? Yes, he can. But here comes a run from the 33 down the back, down the triangle, has the draft help from the 16. The 33 looks like he's going to hold on to the spot. It is also trying to get by the 16. There goes the 24 up the inside of the 88 for 5th. Should be an easy pass. The 24 is the fastest car on the track. Won't have time to catch the leaders. The leaders are long gone. The mission now is 5th. And up front, the battle for the win is starting to heat up a little bit. Who will it be? As these Toyotas, the 11, the 19, the 18, and the 20 have been the top 4 cars all year. The 4 does secure 9th, now tries to run down the 16 for 8th. One of the best runs we've ever seen in the Custom Cup that wasn't a win. He started in last, passed 22 cars in the first 34 laps of the race, and is now in 9th, trying to stick by for 8th with the top 7 cars. Have broken away from the main pack, and those guys are doing their own thing as the 18 knows it's time to get going. If you want a shot at the win, you can get side by side with the 19, but this is where he struggled, is in the tri-oval. Right here is where he loses all his speed. Can he keep his speed that time? Hangs on a little bit better. Huge run for the 19 off the corner. The 18 just can't stick it on the inside as good as everyone else. Although no one's been able to stick it good on the inside. It seems like the outside has been faster. for side-by-side battles. The 20 is almost going to wreck him. The 20 is going to get to the outside. Can he stay there? 18's not going to throw a block down the straightaway. No competition. Here comes a run. A run for 20. A run from the 20, but it's not going to be enough. The 20 thought he might have had a shot. As back to the field we go, the 4 is up into 8th. Got by the 16 relatively quick, and is shot away from the rest of the field. And he is actually running faster lap times than everyone else, and the 20 has to pit. Something's wrong with the 20. And now the 11 has a big enough lead where I think the 11 has locked it up. The 24 is driving away, and the 4 is running down the 5 at a pretty quick rate. Trying to go for 6th now, not 7th. Don't know what happened to the 20. As we're going to go to 3 laps to go for the 11. Trying to get her first win of the year. The 20 is off the track. A tire failure for the 20. Must have gotten into a part of the car. As the 4 has caught up to the 5, he's going to have 2 laps to get by him for the spot. And the guys he was racing at the start of the race are 13 seconds behind him. As our leaders are into the tri-oval, the huge gap back to the 24. Solid gap to the 88, a pretty big gap to those guys, then another big gap. And by then, your leaders are almost back at the line. They're right there. White flag is in the air for the 11. As the 4 is going to get that spot for 6th. And the turn number 1 for the final time, Kelsey Hemmer. Down the back straightaway for the final time. It'll be her first win of the year. Into the final corner. Through 3 and 4. It'll be her first win of the year. And the 11. First win of the year for Kelsey Hemmer. Will the 4 get it at the line? He lost the spot to the 5, and it will be a 7th place finish. The 5 got him back on the last lap. It'll be Kelsey Hemmer, Addison Stone, Grayson Getz, Terry Hansen, Adam Hemmer, Ben Hemmer, Ethan Hansen, Will Hansen, Brooks Hansen, and Dave Hansen as the top 10. Next week we go to Watkins Glen, our first road course race of the year. We'll see you there.